Jennifer Merle Hampshire. I am Whispers in Ink. But you guys, today, I'm not only here to inspire you, but I'm here to give you permission to try something new because you can do it. I'm telling you, I know you can. I have total faith that you can do it. But today we're going to be taking a look at several stamp sets that involve two-step stamping. And you're like, Jennifer, what the heck is that? Well, I'm going to walk you through what it is, and I'm going to show some. Let's see, how many do I have? I have 5 stamps here, 5, that include stamps that are a two-step stamp. Super excited to share this with you, you guys. So I hope that this is helpful because you can do it. So let's create, you guys. All right, so I'm going to start off. I'm going to move my ink out of the way. I'm going to start off with, I have 5 stamp sets here. So Season of Chic, okay? And this one's pretty self-explanatory. You've got outline and a background, outline and a background, outline and a background. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. But here's the cool part, and you'd think, oh, I did come prepared. Okay, so here's the cool part. I have a scratch piece of basic white, and I want to pull these 2 flowers off. Of course, I just put this all back together, but I want to pull this out. Flowers are easy, you guys. Actually, leaves are easy too, but the flowers are smaller. So I want to show you how I have found out what works for me. Everybody does things differently, you guys, right? All right, so we have this stamp and this stamp. So the 2 parts of the flower. So step 1, step 2. I typically do my backgrounds second, but it doesn't matter. Each way works. So I'm going to take the fresh freesia and I'm going to do the background stamp of the flower. Fresh freesia. Remember, you don't have to hit your new ink pads really hard. So there's one step, and I'm going to let it sit there and marinate for a minute. So there's one. We're going to get rid of this fresh freesia for a minute, and we're going to bring in this berry burst, and I'm going to do the outline of this stamp in the berry burst. Now, the key to lining this one up is this little piece. Let me pull this off so you can see it better. Is this piece right here. Lines up with this little hiccup right here. So right here, that's the key to doing your 2-step stamping, is just make sure that you get it lined up as best as you can. And then we're going to stamp. I'm going to let it sit there and marinate for a minute. And then there's your flower. Pretty, right? Now that's using 2 different colors. What if I want to use the same color? Let's say I don't have a lot of inks. What if I want to use the same color? We're going to use the Granny Apple Green, and we're going to do the leaves. Because this does work. 2-step stamping does work with the same color. I'm going to grab this. Dun, dun, dun. You guys are going to be so excited. Okay, Granny Apple Green, we're going to do the background first. Full ink and stamp. Let that sit and marinate. And there's our Granny Apple Green background. Now let's do the outline. Same color. Okay. We're going to get this lined up best as we can. I'm going to let that sit and marinate for a second. And see how that works. Now, I'm going to do one. I'm going to grab a different color. I'm going to grab Old Olive because it's up on the top here. I like Old Olive and Granny Apple. So that you can see the difference. So background. In the Granny Apple. And then we're going to do the outline for this one in the Old Olive, just so that you can see the difference. Bum, bum, bum. It is possible, but look at the big difference. Now, there's one other technique that you could use, and let's say if you only have one ink. I'm going to show you one other technique. You guys are going to love this. I'm going to bring in my piercing mat because my top is already very, very dirty. So we're going to use, I want to clean off my Old Olive here. There. My chamois. Now I'm going to take my background stamp and I'm going to stamp it off once. Just a quick tap on my paper and I'm going to put this down. It's a little bit lighter than this one. Okay. Then I'm going to ink this one up really good. And I'm going to bring this back on here. Like that. And that outline part, and you guys see, I'm not perfect. It's all good. It lines up good. But see how different that looks? But let's try, it's not enough of a difference, but I want to try the fresh freesia flower, and because I think we're going to see a bigger difference. And I think it depends on your colors, you guys. So here's my background. I stamped off. This I call second generation. And there's our real light fresh freesia. And then I want to make sure to clean this off because that still has residual ink on it. So I took that off and I dipped it in my fresh freesia full strength. And we're going to do that. This one will have a bigger difference, I think, you guys, than the Granny Apple will. Look at that. So these are the same color inks. So you got the fresh freesia and the fresh freesia. Where this one is the Granny Apple and the Granny Apple, and so is this one. But there's not a lot of difference. I think it depends on the saturation of your ink. So is it a little bit of a deeper color? Because if we were to do... And I like to play around with this kind of stuff to figure it out, you guys. So let's say, just for one more so that you can get an idea, I'm going to pull in the Old Olive, and then I think you're going to be able to see what I'm talking about. I cleaned off my stamp. So I've got Old Olive, full on Old Olive, and I'm going to stamp off. And then I'm going to stamp on my paper. And see how it's kind of got that little bit of brown tinge to that, which I like. But then we're going to bring in our outline stamp. And let's see if I can get this lined up a little bit better. There we go. So see how you get that different look? Same technique, different colors. Second generation, first generation, second generation for the background, first generation for the Old Olive. So this is a fun way to get more life out of your ink. Okay, let's say you only have a couple of sets of ink. But so this will tell you what the 2 steps are about, but let's walk through some more of these stamps. Whoa, almost lost my leaf. let's walk through some more of these stamp sets so that you guys get an idea. So we've talked about this one. That one's pretty simple. Now this one, this is a two-step stamp also because you've got this stamp and this stamp. And you guys, they do coordinate. So you could do a super pink, like a bubble bath on this one, and you could do a real red on this, and you'd really be able to see that. Same thing with these two little stamps here. Outlines to that. So cute. So this Country Bouquet is a two-step. And you guys, this Hello Ladybug, there's a couple of two-steps in this one, believe it or not. We've got the full-on ladybug, and then you've got the ladybug body color. And then you could do the same thing with the wing background and the dots. So both of these stamps in this Hello Ladybug stamp set are a two-step stamp. Now let's talk about the Pansy Patch. You guys, Pansy Patch is a lot of steps. I'm not going to lie. Okay? You've got, just in this one alone, you've got your background. You've got your outline. You have your beard. Okay, we all know what pansies look like. This is the beard part. And then you have your center. Same thing. Background, outline, beard outline, beard middle, and then your center. So this one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stamps. Woo, that's a lot of stamps, right? However, the one I want to play with today is this new Cheerful Daisies. And I'm going to move my stamps because here's what we're going to do. I have a half of a sheet of basic white. And you guys, we are going to make our own designer series paper. I love making my own designer series paper. It is so much fun. I need to clean off my blocks a little bit, so bear with me here just 1 second. Whoops. 1 second. Now, here's the cool part of this. We know that we can get 2 layering pieces out of this, right? So instead of using, because this is, no, this one's a clear too. Okay. Photopolymer stamps are much easier to do, you guys, with the two-step stamping. There is no doubt. And this has these two, and these two. So all 3 of the flowers are a two-step. So we're going to, I'm going to mount those. I'm going to mount these big ones. This one's going to take up 2. These 2. This one and this one. That. And this one. And I'm going to walk you through how to line them up. But I'm also, we've got a little leaf on here. And we have some centers. And we're going to use all of that good stuff. Okay, let's get this back in here. And I need this other little center. So I've got to put my 2 centers on 1 block. And then we're going to put these like that. And then we have a little leaf. All right, so now we're in business. We got all of our stamps. Now the other next suggestion I have I have 3 colors here. I have Bubble Bath, Berry Burst, and Fresh Freesia. These are going to be my flower colors. These are going to be my backgrounds. This is going to be my outline. And then I've got Granny Apple Green for the leaf, the little leaf that we have. And I almost forgot, we have our pebbled path. You guys, I love the pebbled path for the centers of our flowers. Okay. Oh, we're all set now. Now we have, remember, this is 5.5 by 8.5, so we can get 2 pieces out of it. And I find that I like to work with the biggest one first. Okay, so I'm going to do the fresh freesia for our biggest daisy here. The biggest daisy. And I'm going to do both first and second generation. What I mean is, here's first generation. And then I'm going to take this one. And now I know you're going to ask, why, Jennifer, aren't you just using that leftover? Because I'm moving my piece and all those little hangover parts are still going to have ink on them. So I'm going to do, unless I do a full flower like this, it's going to be really hard to get a second generation out of it. And then we need one more. We're going to do this one here, and we'll do this one over here. Just like that. Okay, so there's the biggest flower that we have. Now we're going to do the outlines for that flower. And I think that we might be doing first generation on all of them. So I've got Berry Burst for my outline, and I'm lining up this petal right here. This kind of funky petal, this one, right there. Excuse me. It's very easy to see that funky petal right there. So that's where I start. And then I can stamp. It's not going to be perfect every time, you guys. I'm not worried about it being perfect every single time. Excuse me. There. Now this one, I want to stamp that off. We're going to try our best to line that one up. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, I like that. Same. Do. There. And then we'll line this one up. And, oh, we got one more. One more! Don't want to forget anybody. Now I stamped this one off a little bit. Just a quickie stamp. Just for a little bit of color variation. Oh, isn't that pretty? We are off to the races, you guys. Okay, so now the next daisy is the next biggest daisy, which is this one. We went down quite a bit in size, and I'm super curious to see what the color difference, because I haven't used this bubble bath yet, you guys. Super curious to see what this bubble bath looks like compared to the fresh freesia. And I think we're going to go here. Ooh, it's a little bit more. Now this is a second generation, and that's a first generation. But that's a first generation fresh freesia. I like that together. Oh, so pretty. like it. I'm digging it. So we got that. Oh, see? That is why you always re-ink right there. And I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. So we've got one. And here's the other thing. I like working with this bigger piece because they're both going to be totally different, you guys. I know we have one more flower yet. 4 and 5. And I'm thinking that with this bubble bath, you guys, I think we're going to use the fresh freesia as the outline. I think that's going to be cool. I really do. All right. So what if you're not sure about what colors to put together? That's what this little piece is for. Try the colors together. This is a great trial piece right here, you guys. All right, so fresh freesia for our medium daisy outlines, which is going to be this one. And now for this one, I line up that petal with this petal. So there's always a little bit of a variation, just enough. Oh, you guys, that fresh freesia with the bubble bath, I love it. So pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is the perfect color scheme for Mother's Day. And we're just going around and redoing all of our outlines. And you guys, it's not perfect, okay? I'm not worried about it. I think it looks cool. The lines are slightly off, and that is okay with me. Okay. And then we have this one. I think it just adds a little bit of character when the outlines are slightly off. That's what I'm going with. The glare is tough, you guys, sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I am aware. So, but see, now it looks intentional, that little bit of difference. And there we go. So there's our DSP, but you guys, we still have one more flower left. So I'm thinking we're going to use Berry Burst first and second generation and see what we get. I'm going to close this. Here's our background, and we're going to stamp off each time. Now you could go with a different color. I think though, I really like this color scheme together. Okay, so there's our last flower. Now we're going to flip this over and we're going to go full strength on the outline. And you're going to want to double check, you guys. Make sure you get all of your outlines on that you want to get on. Okay. Isn't that pretty, you guys? Isn't that pretty? I think we need one more right here. Just a partial. There we go. Okay, now, so that's all that. There's our base of our DSP. Now we have our centers. So we're going to work with the big ones first, which is the big, whoop, wrong one. And each of these, I'm doing second generation, you guys. You could pull in a crumb cake if you wanted. I like the softer look of that one versus that one. I wanted to be able to show you. Here's another one we'll do first. See the softer look here versus here? I like that softer look a little bit better. And then there's that. And now all the other ones will get this one. And be careful, you get ink on your ink pad or on your block, because that will transfer to your paper if you're not careful, and to your fingers. Okay, so where are we? Oh, right here. The smaller one, it's not as flat. Like this bigger one, you can see has more of a flat side than that smaller one. And there you go. So now we made our own designer series paper. Now, why did I leave it empty? Some spots are empty. Well, I left some spots empty because we're going to take these sentiments from this Cheerful Daisy and we're going to make a card. So first off, we're going to cut this down to 4 inches. Actually 4 1/4. So here's our 2 halves. And that, oh, look at this. See, we missed a center. There we go. This one, I think we're gonna edge this way. Yeah, much better. Okay, and then we're gonna go, oh, look at that. I just found another one that I missed. I bet you guys caught it. Right there. All right, let's get that one with a center. There we go. All right, so now for this one, I'm going to use the Your Friendship Means Everything as my sentiment. I know we didn't do leaves yet, did we? I almost forgot. I almost forgot about the leaves, you guys. We're going to put our sentiment in here though. It's crooked. Doesn't that figure? Doggone it. Well, that's all right. We'll put a couple of leaves in here. That's farm. We call that farm charm, right, guys? Just a little farm charm. And then there's some leaves. Oh my gosh. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? So all you have to do is put this on a mat and it's good to go. All right, so now let's tweak this other one. Oh, I just found another one that I missed. Oh. There we go. So now we got to trim up. Let's put some leaves on this one before we trim it up. Although I think I like being able to do the edges. And then we will, let's trim this up and then we'll add some more leaves on there for our next card base. And I think, you guys, I'm going to leave this one with just one layer. And I like this side better. So we're going to cut that there. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, you guys, I really like how that turned out. Now we're going to pull in our leaf. Sorry, you guys, Penelope's coughing. I like that. There we go. All right, now for this one. All right, so I want layer for this and just a card base for that. So let's see. I'm gonna pull Berry Burst and Fresh Freesia. For our card bases. So this one here will be for that. And then this will be the layer for here, and then we have this one. And we're going to score this. All right. We need our bone folder. And we're going to glue this on our Berry Burst. just like that. And we can glue this on. And you guys, that sentiment being crooked is going to drive me nuts. I'm not going to lie. It's going to drive me crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I have a piece of scrap white here. And I'm going to stamp on it and see if I can get it stamped straight. Trying to hurry, and I know it's because my stamp was crooked on my block. There we go. Oh, no, look. Still crooked. Crooked the other way. All right. Let's see. There we go. That'll work. And that gives us an opportunity if we wanted to, we could do a little flower. Oh my gosh, I cut it off. Oh, you guys. This is what my day's been today, you guys. Seriously. Oh. I'd love for this to be, let's see if I have a white circle, you guys, in my bits and pieces. Ooh, I have an oval. Ooh, there. How about that? Let's see, will that fit? Oh, it will. There we go. There we go. Clyde. Love having bits and pieces, you guys. It did have bunny rabbits on it, but that's okay. Because it'll fit perfectly right there. There! Oh my gosh, you guys. Isn't that pretty? We need some Wink Estella or maybe some rhinestones, maybe? I don't know. Let's think about this. We need to think about that for a minute. And then there is our other card, you guys. But it gives you an idea of the two-step stamping technique, you guys. And it can be simple. It can be a little more complicated. It's entirely up to you. But look at how pretty that turned out. And you guys, I'll finish this card. It'll be in the photo. But, oh, how gorgeous is that? Okay. All right. I hear you saying, Jennifer, we want to see it done. I hear it. So let's see. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to pull some linen thread. I'm going to pull some linen thread and I'm going to do a double bunny ear bow. Yeah, I know. I saw what I just did, you guys. I did. I saw it. My bows were too big. All right. Fingers are stuck. There we go. Bunny ear bow. Oh, there we go. Guys, if you have your bow maker, that's fine too. It doesn't matter. However you wanna roll, it's all good. All right, so we've got that. And I'm thinking that we're going to use the same sentiment because I think I have a circle here that we're going to use, and I think that our sentiment will fit in that. Oh, and yes, it will. Bits and Pieces to the rescue. Now that's a die cut circle, you guys. And we're going to flip that over, put a couple dimensionals on that. Now you have two options here. If I would have made bigger ears on my bow, you could tuck that underneath. But I want to tuck that right here. Just like that. What do you guys think? All right, that's what I have for you today. Let's get this bow on real quick. And am I the only one having trouble with these glue dots these days? There we go. There we go. A little bit of Wink of Stella. All right, you guys. I hope that you guys have a great day getting crafty. I look forward to seeing you next time here on Whispers in Ink. We're live on Tuesdays, you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video. And know that you can do it too. Have a great day getting crafty, you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.